Hi everyone. This is a recording for Snap 14 so that we get our strategy right on the day of Snap. We are starting this Snap 14 with a small star as if we are one of those insurance companies, and we hold on to two disclaimers. One of them is that the pattern will be approximately the same as what we've seen over the last 5 years. And when I say the pattern, I loosely mean the difficulty level also. And the whole strategy has been crafted in such a manner that an aspirational student who's expecting approximately, to at least get a safe call to a SIBM Pune or an SCMHRD, we're preparing the strategy keeping him in mind. So that means that it puts us in the range of a score of 100 to 120 as far as the paper of Snap is concerned. Now, as the video progresses, we'll take you through as to how to score that total of 100 to 120, breaking it down to a good sectional strategy. See, this is how the pattern looks like. It's 150 questions, 180 marks. Obviously, those 30 marks which are coming are because of the 30 questions of analytical reasoning, which are 2 markers. Apart from that, the whole paper is a 1 marker with 40 questions of GK, 40 questions of verbal ability, and 40 questions of quantitative aptitude and DI. When it's famously said that while you're just about to start Snap, when somebody said start the test, it just means you're running a sprint. You start with a sprint, you run as many questions as you can, and with a speed of more than 1 question per minute, and you will be the first one to secure a seat in SIBM Pune. If I start with the first section, GK, undoubtedly it's a harmless section and a quick bite. See, you look at those 40 questions, there's nothing that you can logically derive per se. You look at the question, you decide whether you want to leave the question or whether you know the answer. Either which ways, it is quick run. I'm assuming a 10 minutes as far as solving those 40 questions are concerned. So it is 40 questions, 10 minutes, and a safe target of approximately 15 to 20 marks is something which we can consider a respectable start to a paper. It does not mean that we have to start with this score. Just in case we fall back a little, we will try to cover it up in the remaining 3 sections. And in case it turns out to be extremely weird or random, obviously we know that we can bring down the cutoff proportionately. Once we are done with the first section of GK, now we have to start solving aptitude. The first of the aptitude sections, the one that gives you the maximum returns in the least amount of time, is the verbal ability and RC section. When you come to think of it, why would I call it fast food? Is because approximately 25 questions of vocabulary in some manner or the other, say probably a synonyms, antonyms, analogies, fill in the blanks or whatever format be it, but it's approximately 25 questions. Again, see, yes, obviously you should practice a lot. Obviously you should add a lot of words to your vocabulary, but eventually vocabulary never eats your time. It's more or less like GK only. You see the word, you know the meaning, or you see the word and it looks like a stranger, and all you have to do is go to the next question. So it doesn't eat up a lot of time. So when you come to think of it, 25 questions of vocabulary, say 10 to 12 minutes to breeze through this part. After that, there are 2 RCs which come. I won't call them dense RCs. Yes, they are not really easy or a cakewalk, but yes, the questions are cakewalk. So, you can go through these RCs, 7 to 8 questions of RC, and, 2 RCs should not take more than, say, 13 to 15 minutes. So, say 10, 12 minutes of vocabulary, approximately 15 minutes. With every cough, I feel like an Arvind Kejriwal. Anyways, coming back, 25 questions of vocabulary, 7 to 8 questions of RC, and 15 minutes to that. And after that, say some miscellaneous, say probably para jumbles or something like that, which will eat up, say 5 minutes. And because the section has been so good to you, you don't feel like leaving the section. You keep browsing through the section for that one more question that you can solve. And then that's how the verbal plus RC section will materialize for you with half an hour given to it. It should approximately give you a 26 to 30 good attempts and probably give you, say, 20 to 23 marks. From there, you move to the next section, which is obviously the kingmaker, which is the AR section. Yes, it is the kingmaker. 1/3 of the paper is this. So 30 questions, 2 marks. Again, anyways, excuse me. See, you go through all the question types. There are puzzles, the arrangement, blood relation, series, just about everything that you would have solved as a part of analytical reasoning or logical reasoning. jump into it, all of which are solvable. When you come to think of it, those people who sit comfortably for an SIBM Pune or an SCM HRD, crack more than 50 marks in this section. So, it's not something that you should get satisfied with. Out of 30 questions, you end up solving 25 odd questions. Does not mean that you look at the paper with a certain level of satisfaction, that smirk in your face. It's not sensible. Go dig for the remaining 5 questions. Just get the remaining marks. That's as far as AR is concerned. As far as the last section, that is the one where we will have to, again, this smiley is more or less to show that there was a missed call as far as DI and DS is concerned. But yeah, as far as the quant section is concerned, everything was typically formula based, everything was typically application based, and I have mentioned arithmetic and geometry on the right hand side. All I have to say is that yes, this arithmetic and geometry had a very dominant presence. Approximately 12 odd questions were there from arithmetic, which should be between, say probably topics like ratio and proportion, or an alligation mixture, average, partnership, time and work, time and distance. This saw a very prominent presence, and I should say that if you know the basics, you will be able to breeze through this particular part. And even geometry, basic principles which have been taught in lines, angles, triangles, polygons or circles, or probably just application of area and volume formulae, should just take care of this part, which is around 8 to 9 questions. So this is around 20 questions. Overall quant, for all those people who prepared well for the CAT, this time even CAT wasn't challenging per se, but a snap should be equal to what we saw in the CAT. So that means 30 to 35 minutes you dedicate to it, and you will end up getting approximately 32 to 35 attempts. If we look back at 4 sections, this is how it looks like, and this is how the scorecard seems to be. We start with GK, go with it for 10 minutes, get around 15 to 20 attempts. I want to believe that we should be able to score around 15 marks. I hope you've prepared well for GK. The second section is verbal ability. Giving it a good half an hour with around 10-15 minutes to vocabulary should take care of 26 to 30 good attempts. That gives us around 25 marks. Then comes the Kingmaker, AR, with 30 questions. We should be looking at attempting between 25 and 30 questions. 50 minutes to it, and I think it should take care of 50 marks for us. And quantitative ability, finally 30 minutes, 30 to 35 questions is what you can safely attempt if you have all your concepts in place, and assuming that you will end up getting certain amount of mistakes and certain questions wrong. I think getting a 25 marks is justified in that section. This takes us to a total of 115, and see, you land yourself a place in SIBM Pune. Anyways, this is how it looks like, and it's always easier said than done. Best wishes for your snap, and see you on the other side of snap. Best of luck everyone, and have a great time.